Hey guys, this is Christina Delgado, and I'm so very excited to be part of this group and to help host our 2017 Elite Mastermind. If you don't know who I am, just very briefly, I am a wife and mom primarily. I am also a full-time coach. 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I haven't had enough coffee today, was able to retire from the practice of law because of this Beachbody opportunity. So I absolutely love this business. This business got me in the best shape of my life. I've met the most incredible people because of it. I am home with my kids. My sister, who's on the call, was the one that sponsored me into the business. We are both superstar diamond coaches, Million Club, 5-time elite coaches. So hopefully I can share some value on this call. And this business has really become my life, and my purpose now as a Beachbody coach has evolved into helping people fundamentally change their life with this opportunity. Enough with being the only person that makes an income. That's not the case anymore. We are creating enormous momentum within our teams, all of us. That's going to be life-changing. So that's my purpose. That's why I'm here. That's why I love this business. That's why I take so much time to help coaches, not only on our team, but in the network, find success with this, because I know, speaking from my own experience and my own story and my own passion for this thing called Beachbody, that it can change your life. And I want that for each and every single one of you. I cry over that because I want it so bad. But what I've come to realize is, guess what? You have to want it just as bad as I want it for you. And that takes action, that takes consistency, that takes drive and determination. And I hope at the end of this call, you have some perspective. I will just share that when Andrea Crowder invited me to be part of this group, I got really nervous. And I'm actually even quite nervous hosting this call today. And the reason why, it's because for one of the few times in the last 6.5 years, I played the comparison game. And I said, oh my God, like, what do I have to offer? Andrea to me is like the most genius person when it comes to creativity. And just like, she blows my effing mind on a daily basis. And I'm like, I cannot keep up. Then we have Melanie and Bonnie. Hello, number one and number two. And then we have Miguel Carrasco, top coach in Canada. And then we have Alyssa Schumacher, who has been a top 10 coach twice. And I'm sitting here like, what do I have to offer? Like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't know how I'm going to add value to this group. And then I said, shut the f up, Christina Delgado. Shut up. What was I doing? What I tell my coaches not to do. Don't compare. Don't get into that trap. That's the killer of your hopes and your dreams. I started doing that. I said, shut the F up. And just participate and shine and share your value. And when I stopped and I thought about, what do I have to offer? And if you can please mute your line. I don't want to have to scroll and try to find whoever has their line unmuted. I realized that I can add value to this group. And one of those things that I can add value is to give you perspective, is to make you realize that each and every single one of you has the ability, capability, the smarts, the drive, the everything to be an elite coach. What happens is, what happened to me just a few weeks ago, I let emotion take over what I knew was not the truth, right? In my heart of hearts, I know I can share value. I know I can add things to this group that's going to help you push your business forward, but I let my emotions block what I am capable of. And so today I'm asking you to do the same. While you listen to me on this call and while I share some really important information with you that's going to help you push your business forward towards elite and premier, I want you to erase the emotions of maybe what happened last year. Or maybe what happened just yesterday, or erase the stories that you keep telling yourself as to why you can't be elite, and start telling yourself that you can. Because you will see in the next 30, 45 minutes with the information that I share with you, that this is your goal to accomplish when you can erase the crap that you tell yourself day in, day out as to why you can, right? Elite is not about who's ranked the highest. It is not. And I kind of got wrapped up into that, right? Because, you know, you have in this group leading this mastermind the two top coaches of our network, and I'm like, well, I'm not there, right? I'm not there. I'm not number one. I'm not number two. How can I do this? And I realized, Christina, you're a 5-time elite coach. You know how to hit elite. Now just transfer that to these coaches, right? Because elite means that, number one, that you cross the finish line at the end of this year with 135 points and 5 diamonds on your team, right? You have to be a 5-star diamond. And I'm gonna let Kim Carver on Thursday get to the nitty gritty of those points and what that means and how you do it. But you are elite. You are elite if at the end of this year, you've learned how to achieve 135 points and help 5 of your coaches advance their business to diamond or beyond. That's it. It doesn't matter if you're 1 or 300. It doesn't matter if you just barely make it or you're the top coach. You are still elite. Do you guys understand that? Right? Now, how do you get there is really all based on controlling your emotions and your mindset and then doing the work. You've got to control the naysayers. You got to control the stories that you tell yourself that you're not a good leader, that you're not a good recruiter, that you're not a good inviter. Stop the nonsense. Everything that I just said is a skill that you can learn. You just have to put the work in to learn it, right? So why am I here? Why am I doing this call with you? Why am I giving you this wake-up call? Well, I was working out. I know, because that's what we do as coaches. I was working out when I was first invited to participate in this mastermind. And I said to myself, okay, so you have the number 1 coach, the number 2 coach, a 2-time top coach of Canada, Andrew and myself, both multiple time elite, Million Club, all that jazz. Are we relatable? Are we? Like, when I was doing push-ups or something, and I'm thinking to myself, like, is that relatable to the diamond coach that's trying to achieve elite for the first time? And I said, I don't necessarily think so. It might be inspirational. You might be inspired by me and what I've been able to accomplish in my business that's taken me 6.5 years to build. You might be inspired by Melanie, right, who's not, and Bonnie, who's not, and Alyssa, and Miguel, and Andrew. You might be inspired by that. I know I am every single day. But are we relatable? How can I relate to these coaches to make them understand that this goal of elite, 135 points, 5 diamonds, is right there for them? It's right in their grasp. And I said, let's ask first-time elite coaches. Let's ask them what they did to be elite for the first time. And so what I did was I created this survey, and I posted it on the wall. And I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share with you the questions. I'm going to run through them. Then I'm going to share with you the responses of that survey. And what I want you to understand, that this is coming straight from the horse's mouth. These are the 50 or so coaches that hit elite for the first time in 2017. I know there's that weird thing whether they're 2016 or 17. We'll call them 2017 elite coaches, and what they did to accomplish the goal. That is relatable. Can I get an amen on that? If I were to share with you that information, would that help you get in the right frame of mind to hit elite? Erasing everything, the stories, erasing the lack of confidence or belief and all that, erasing all that. If I just gave you data to read and digest, would that be helpful? Yes. Yay. All right. So that's what I did. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. Is that going to be helpful? Yes? Yeah. All right. I'm looking at you, Kareen, because you're the one that's shaking your head the most. I'm like, yes. Okay. Kareen's in. I'm in. All right. But I want to first say, what are some misconceptions of elite before I get into the data? What are some of the misconceptions? Number 1 is that you're just chasing some shiny object, right? You have behind me very big poster of myself with flaming red hair. I have jackets. I have all this stuff, right? Some people say that's elite. I want to tell you that's not elite. These are just some of the perks of becoming an elite coach, right? Don't chase this stuff, right? Don't chase the pictures and the guitar. All of that is just a bonus. Can we agree with that, right? Don't chase the shiny object. It's not there's some misconceptions from some elite coaches that it's not representative of income. I will tell you that if it's done right, which is what we're going to teach in this group, if it's done correctly, then it is. If you're an elite coach, you're going to have an income that's going to match the title. Don't you want that? Yeah, right? We don't just want to be elite and have the big picture with the big flaming red hair. You want to have the income to match the title. So that's one of our goals for here. It defines your worth. Misconception. Your rank, your elite rank defines your worth. And if you're not an elite coach, you're not a good coach. Some people think that. I want to erase that from your mind. Being an elite coach does not define your value. It does not define your success. If you push and you miss, or you push and you hit, it's not you're successful or not. That's not what this is. What is elite at its core, guys? At its core, elite is a marker of you, the leader of your team, remaining in phase 1 of your business. Phase 1. And that's what this whole month is going to be about in this elite mastermind, is making sure that you understand while you are developing an elite team, an elite organization, you as the leader has got to remain in phase 1. Phase 1 means that you are filling your challenge groups with customers, that you are then converting those customers to coaches, that you are sponsoring a healthy number of coaches into your business. Did I put a number on that? Did I tell you to be elite, you have to sponsor 10 coaches a month or 20 coaches a month? Did I say that? No. I said you have to sponsor a healthy amount of coaches into your business each month. And that you are a product of the product, and you live, eat, sleep, dream Beachbody every single day. That is an elite coach, right? An elite coach, that title means that it represents a healthy business that is moving forward, that you as the leader remain in phase 1, and when you accomplish that goal, it means that you have brought in quality coaches into your business, and you have, to some extent, it might not be perfect, but to some extent, created duplication in your downline, which is absolutely at its core the most important of this. It doesn't matter if you bring in 1 coach a month or 50 coaches a month. The key is if you can build that bridge between being a coach and being a coach that hits Success Club. Can I get an amen on that? Right? It's about the quality of your mentorship. It's about the quality of your leadership. It's about the quality of the conversations that you're having with people. It doesn't matter the numbers. It does not matter. And I want you to understand that. And I'm going to prove that to you today, right? Do I want you to be a top 10 coach? Yeah, I do. But understand that when you're looking at Melanie Mitchell and you're looking at Bonnie Engel and Alyssa and all those numbers that blow my effing mind, you guys, you have to understand, when I hear how many Success Club points, I'm like, I throw up in my mouth a little bit. But guess what they're doing? They're not only bringing in the quality coaches, they have quality duplication. Their teams are moving forward. And that is what elite is about, is moving forward. And at its core, you guys, the reason why I love the elite program, and some people say, oh, being on CAB, you guys have to understand that there was even a push to dismantle the elite program, right? Because so many people were shooting for the picture. They're shooting for the picture and not the income and not the duplication and the quality and the right stuff. They were shooting for the picture, and they said, well, we did what you wanted us to do, and then, our teams weren't successful. Well, that's what I want to avoid here. I want you to understand that when you hit elite, and all of us who are on this call are going to do it the right way, it's representative of a whole lot of people being helped. A whole lot of people being helped. It's not plugging holes in a diamond organization to hit 5-star, or gaming the system on how to earn Success Club. When you do this the right way and you bring in quality people and have quality duplication, you're helping people achieve what they want to accomplish, whether it's in health, fitness, or business. Can we agree on that? When it is done the right way, it measures the success that you want to have, and it helps a whole lot of people. Yes? So erase right now, before I get into the data, erase all those misconceptions that you have of Elite. Erase any story that you might have told yourself, even coming into this group and being inspired, being here, that, man, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not. Or the things that you tell yourself every single day as to why you can't be successful. I want you to block that right now at this very moment and digest the information, not only that I've already given you, but the ones I'm going to give you now, to make you realize that the only thing that is coming in between of you and Elite is you and nobody else. Yes? All right, here we go. I'm going to screen share some stuff. I don't know what this is. All right, let's do this, people. All right, here's my survey. All right, so I'm going to go through real quick. I might get you dizzy, but I'm going to go through the questions that I asked of these first-time Elite coaches, and then I'm going to get into some of the graphics that came along with this survey, which are super cool and super helpful. But at the end of this call, I'm actually going to share the spreadsheet with all the answers and information. If you don't sit there today or tomorrow and read it, you are shooting yourself in the foot. I'm telling you right now that this information is golden. We can stop this group right today after this call and just say, here guys, here, this is how you hit Elite in 2017, and walk away. If somebody reads this, they will hit Elite, because they will now understand what it takes to be a first-time Elite coach with the information that's included in this survey. And I'm not saying that lightly. I'm not saying it because I was the one that created this thing and thought this would be helpful, because I have sat there and read every single response, and it's mind-blowing, the information that you're going to see. So take the time, guys, please. Take the time. Don't be inspired by my words. Take the time and read these responses, because you're going to see that the only thing coming in between you and your year-end goal is you and your level of activity, and that is it. Here we go. So name, when did they enroll? So you're going to be able to see these coaches' enrollment dates, and you'll see probably not that far off from where you are when you started your business. I asked them what's their lifetime rank and their highest rank achieved in the leadership ladder. Key for this, guys, is understanding that I want everybody in this group to be a team leader or above. That's the ultimate goal here, because when you are team leader and above, that is representative of the fact that your income is matching your title. Okay, that right there. The title of Elite, it doesn't in and of itself represent your income. The leadership ladder does. So our goal in this group is to not only teach you how to hit Elite, which is obviously quality enrollment, quality duplication, but it's figuring out how to earn a higher income, which means we got to learn how to teach our coaches how to earn a higher income. And when we can marry those two together, you have a healthy and thriving business, and that is our goal. So this was an interesting question. You'll see in the responses, what rank were you in January 2016? I went through this and I was like, my eyes opened, and I got filled with so much hope for each and every single one of you. Almost the vast majority of coaches that hit Elite in 2017 that were first-time Elite coaches were either Diamond, 1-star, or 2-star in January of 2016, right? So if you're sitting in this group going, but I'm just a diamond. Well, I want to impress on you that a lot of first-time elite coaches were just a diamond in January of last year. So don't throw in the towel before you realize that this is in your grasp. Describe when, why and when you push for elite. You guys can read that for yourself. Here's the awesome questions. How many Success Club points did you average per month? How many coaches did you sponsor per month? I know you guys are dying to see that. Did you personally invite or rely on people coming to you, attraction marketing, or both for your business? So you'll get to see that. Do you run Facebook ads? Briefly and succinctly, briefly and succinctly explain what process you take with each coach you sponsor. Oh my God, I'm sure you're dying to hear what their duplication process is like. In 2016, how many of your coaches hit Success Club? I asked them the ones that count for elite, right? 2015 and 2016. If this is confusing to you, don't worry, Kim Carver will be explaining this on Thursday, and you'll be shocked at those numbers as well. Do you incentivize your coaches earning Success Club outside of what Beachbody does? You'll see the answer to that. Do you feel it's important to know and understand how to hit elite? 54 responses, 54 yeses. So if you don't think that on that Thursday's call with Kim Carver is important, think again. If you want to hit elite, you have to know how to hit elite, and that's the end. That's point blank. That's the God honest truth. These are the two of my favorites. Do you host team calls for your organization on a regular basis? Do you host business opportunity presentations to your team? About 98% are yes and yes. So that's just an inventory. What are you doing for your team? And then it closes out with, what's your favorite PD? I think that's going to be helpful for you guys to see what they were reading, what they were digesting to help motivate them to hit elite. And then what were the keys to success? You'll love those answers too. Culture was a big one. Being family oriented, making sure that they understood this was a team goal, etc. So these are the questions. Now I want to get into some of the responses. I can't show you all of them. You're going to have to do that for yourself, because you're going to have to read the spreadsheet, which I'm going to share. This is how I share the spreadsheet. So I'm going to scroll and I'm going to come to some of my favorite questions here. I know this is kind of confusing. It's because of the way the answers are framed, but let's come here, right here. All right. In 2016, how many Success Club points did you average per month? So I'm asking these coaches that hit elite, what was your level of activity in terms of Success Club? So the blue is 5 to 10 points. Okay, so 13% of first-time elite coaches averaged between 5 and 10 points per month in Success Club. 11 to 15, we had almost 30% coaches say that they hit between 11 and 15 points. 33% hit between 16 and 20, and then 24% hit higher than 20 points each month. So you can see there's a big spread here, and it's pretty even. So if you are in the 5 to 10 range, you can appreciate that you're not out of the woods. And if you're in the 20 plus range, you can appreciate that you're in line with a lot of first-time elite coaches. So I hope this information right here is helpful to you to understand that, yes, it is important to hit high Success Club numbers. I teach my team, the higher Success Club numbers that you can put up, the potential pool of brand new coaches for you the following month increases. Why wouldn't you want to have a bigger pool of potential coaches in your business? So I personally, right now, I'm about to hit 32. I like high Success Club numbers because I know it creates a healthy pipeline for my business. So take this information and digest it. Where do you land, and can you improve? In 2016, how many coaches did you sponsor per month? This was one of the ones that made everybody's jaw drop, because I'm sure, and you guys, share in the thread if you have thoughts on this, that you probably thought that, elite coaches must have sponsored like between 50 and 100 coaches a month to be able to accomplish the goal. I know for a long time I thought, and I got sucked into the thought that I needed to sponsor more than 10 coaches a month to sustain my elite journey, right? I'm 5 years in, when in actuality, look at this number. 9.3% of coaches that hit elite for the first time, 9% sponsor between 0 and 2 coaches. I can guarantee you it's probably 2, not 0, because you do need to sponsor coaches to hit elite. But look at this, 3 to 5. 65% of first-time elite coaches sponsored between 3 and 5. Is that helpful to you? Of course, what's going to be the next piece of information that you need to have is how do they then duplicate success with those 3 to 5? But clearly, this is a good indicator of how many coaches you need to have in your pipeline every single month to then start that duplication process with. From there, 11% sponsored between 6 and 8. You have in the 9 to 12 range, you have 9.3. And in the very bottom percentage of that, I don't even know what the number is because it's not enough space, sponsored 13 plus, right, coaches per month. Man, that's 65%. That jumped at me, slapped me in the face, and said, my God, if I can just impart on this elite mastermind that it's quality, right? It's bringing in these coaches from your challenge groups, the vital process, and then figuring out how to bridge the gap to make them hit success, not make them, that sounds bad, to help them hit Success Club and start their business and get their businesses going. That's where the money is. That's where the key to this whole engine is. And then I'm going to give you the information. I'm going to give you what these first-time elite coaches were doing to duplicate. And on top of that, this whole month, and I think even next month in the Elite Mastermind, you're going to be hearing from Melanie, Bonnie, Alyssa, Miguel, and Andrea on how they duplicate. So we're going to be giving you this information, which is crazy awesome. All right, let's keep going. And then I'm going to stop the share. Do you run Facebook ads? So 57% said yes, 42.6% said no. That's for you to digest, and it clearly there's a split there. So whether you want to do that, some of you may be like me. I'm not a big Facebook ads person. I just ran one for the first time this week in like a year and a half. If you're big on Instagram like I am, then you might fall into the red category, and that's totally fine. It's not a necessity. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the charts because I can't go through each one of those answers. Do you incentivize earning Success Club in addition to the Team Beachbody promotions? You have 61% that says sometimes, right? And then you have 22 that say never, and then 16.7% said always. I look at that yellow 61% and I fall into that category. There are months that I do not incentivize outside of what Beachbody's doing. There are months where I do team-wide incentive, personally sponsored wide incentive on Success Club so that we can get momentum. And then there's months where I incentivize a pod of coaches, right? It could be my 2016 coaches or my 2000, whatever, but I select a pod, and in a message thread, I will incentivize them like, hey, if we all hit successive in here, I'm going to give you, I do mugs. I don't know. We like coffee, and I give mugs, and they love the mugs. And so, it could be something like that. So take that information, like, can you do something small to kind of help along your new coaches to hit Success Club? And then here's my two. These were very telling. I'm going to show them together so you can see. Do you host team calls for your organization on a regular basis? And do you host business opportunity presentations for your team? This might kick you in the gut. This might make you throw up a little bit in your mouth if you're not doing it. If you are, you're like, yes, I'm on the right track, and I'm proud of that. But this might be one of those gut check moments, like, am I just relying on my upline to do this, or am I actually doing this myself? I will tell you that this is a game changer. When you start owning this business and treating it as a business, and that means hosting your own team calls and hosting your own business opportunity presentations, it will change your business. Even if the first one sucks, even if nobody shows up the first time, it's just you and your cat, I don't care. Keep doing it. Keep doing it until that person shows up, and then the next person shows up, and then you're hosting a call with 200 people or whatever. But get into the habit of creating this consistency in your business. These responses do not lie. I don't even have to speak. Do you see this? 96% said yes to hosting their team calls, and 90% said yes to hosting their own business opportunity presentations. I think this is the last graph that I can show. Yes. All right. So I'm going to stop share. I'm going to come back. Is that information helpful? Yeah. I think that now you understand that hitting elite is about the quality of your conversations, about the quality of your duplication, about the quality in your social media, about the quality of your challenge groups, about the quality of your one-on-one conversations and your mentorship. It is not about numbers. Can I prove that? Did I prove that today? I hope I did. It is not. Michelle asked, how often do I do live presentations? I do them. I do two things. This month I'm gonna shift into 2 lives, but I'll do a live and a sneak peek, generally speaking, each and every single month. This month I'm gonna shift to 2 lives just because I'm getting better. I'm analyzing my business, and I'm not getting as much traction from my sneak peeks than I am my live presentation. So I'm going that route. I'm paying attention to what's happening. I'm not just reinventing and doing and seeing if the spaghetti sticks to the wall. I'm figuring out what works, what doesn't work. All right. Okay. I've spoken a lot. I've shared some, I hope, powerful information with you. And I cannot stress this enough, guys. When I present to you the spreadsheet with the answers, the actual answers to the questions that didn't come up in pie graphs, that you please take time to read them. I'm not sharing names, right? You're not going to know who did what. I'm cutting the names out of this. All you're going to see is data. That's it, right? Because you're going to see some of the people that are different in terms of their level of activity. We just had Jamie Fitzpatrick, who was on the National Wake Up Call. His information is included in this chart, right? And you could see who he is. Like, I can't even make it up. It's right there. You could see he sponsors a lot of coaches, and he has a high number of coaches hitting successive on average, right? So you're going to have those anomalies in the data, but the bulk of the data is, I hope, representative of the fact that you can do this, right? You can absolutely freaking do this. And please, you got to go all in right now. You have to go in right now. And I want to say something, because next Friday is going to be the first time that elite points come out. Does that make you throw up a little bit? I've been saying that a lot because seriously, it's making me already throw up a little bit. Next Friday, we're going to have to start sharing our numbers, right? And you're going to start comparing yourself to the person that's right. Everybody go right, go left. Like, you're going to be like, oh my God, you're going to start comparing yourself to this person and that person. Remember what I said at the beginning of this call. It's whoever crosses the line with more than 135 points and 5 diamonds on your team, right? That is who is an elite coach. It is not who starts the year off with a bang and has 15 elite points already out the gate with their February report. And it's not the person that has 2 points, right? It's the person who at the end of the year has 135 points. Yes? So don't fall into the comparison trap. You against you. You build your team. You build your organization. You host kick-ass challenge groups. You focus on the leadership ladder. You teach your coaches how to focus on the leadership ladder. You figure out what works best for you to duplicate. Sometimes I have to put my blinders on like this because what I do for my team works for me. But then I hear so-and-so is doing this and so-and-so is doing this and look at her pretty pictures and oh my God, I don't have pretty pictures. And I want to like, you know, you want to throw up and you want to like hide because you don't have that. I have to realize that what I do works for my team. You have to figure that out for yourself. We're going to provide you information. It is up to you to take it in and then create your own not, you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but create what works best for your culture, your team, your coaches. My coaches aren't your coaches, etc. Okay. So you guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I'll share the information in just a second. Take time to digest it. And let's go do this, right? Please, please, please be on Thursday. I have seen Kim Carver's presentation, this presentation that he's going to do. I've seen it live. He did it for us here in Miami. If at the end of this call and at the end of his call, you don't realize that you can do this, then I don't know. I don't know what to say to you anymore, right? Personal development. I don't know what to say because it is within your reach to absolutely crush this year and end elite. So I want you to do that. All right, guys. So let's go. Let's finish January strong. Remember, it's what happens today and tomorrow that's going to generate your momentum for February in the Team Cup. Let's crush it. I love you guys. I will talk to you later.